Welcome to my very late review of Unhinged, directed by Derrick, Borte, and starring Russell Crowe and Caren Pastorius. A film that honestly puts the fear inside you that this could happen to you at any given moment on any given day. So even though this is late, let's talk about it. We follow a woman who becomes the target of an unstable man's rage after a confrontation at an intersection. Now, I have wanted to see this film for the longest time. I've wanted to see it ever since it came out. Every time an opportunity presented itself, for some reason, I just never was able to take it. I wanted to see this because this looked like a fun thriller starring one of my favorite actors, Russell Crowe, very adrenaline fueled. And that's exactly what it was. This is a perfectly fun, intense, adrenaline-fueled 90-minute thriller. Russell Crowe is awesome. He's awesome in this film. He plays a man who has nothing else to lose. He just is off the chain. He's like an animal was let loose from his cage and he's going on a rampage. And throughout the film, he talks with his raspy voice like this, like he's Batman, but not quite as intimidating as if he was Batman. And it's just awesome. Look, he's not giving an Oscar-winning performance by any means. He's not being subtle whatsoever. The characters are not subtle whatsoever. We'll get into characters a bit. It was just awesome to see Russell Crowe being, much like his character, let loose and clearly having a lot of fun doing it. I thought Caren Pastorius honestly gave a really great performance. She plays a woman who has so much piled on her. She's got so many professional issues, so many personal issues going on. Everything is mounting on top of her, and then this happens throughout her day. So throughout the film, she plays very well a woman who is this close to having a mental breakdown. I thought she was really great, and I'm not too familiar with her, so as far as my memory is concerned, even though I know she's played roles in certain other things that I've seen, this is my first big contact with her in a starring role, and I really enjoyed what she was doing. I love the relationship she has with her son, and I also enjoyed that the writer of this film didn't just make her dumb. Now, the film has a lot of conveniences where she should remember to do something at a certain point, and she remembers it just a little bit after that for Russell Crowe to have the advantage and the film can go on. The film does have those intricacies. However, it was also really interesting to see a writer pulling off a screenplay where it's all set during one day, but also the villain is not trying to run away. He's not trying to hide what he's doing, and this man does some vile shit all over town. He's not even trying to hide it. He's not even afraid that somebody might film him and give this to the news and put it on YouTube or anywhere online. He doesn't give a crap. So it's really fun to see a villain portrayed in such a manner. And as previously mentioned, I am going to now get into characters and other things that bring us into the issues section of this review, because this film, again, can be very silly. It is not subtle at all, but it's also not trying to be that, so that gains it a few points. But these characters are extremely superficial. These characters don't have any any underlying characteristics, personality traits. They don't have anything going on. This is a very straightforward film, which makes the things that work in it very effective, but it also leaves something to be desired, another layer to it, something beneath the surface. It's a perfect rainy day thriller, a film that starts and ends just like that. It doesn't overstay its welcome. However, it is really silly at points. As I've said, these characters, yes, they are smart, but just a little bit too late, and you can't help but notice the convenience that the film has with that. The film just needs them to think of something just a little bit too late for the film to be able to go on and fill its 90-minute mark. I also hated the final sequence of this film. Like, my God, I know this isn't a very serious and compelling narrative, but how silly can you get when you maintain a certain tone of seriousness and intensity, and then you have these, like, 90s cheesy one-liners and it turns into a crappy action film that's basically a home invasion thriller? It just felt like something else entirely that I didn't enjoy. So as the film goes on, you start to notice those cracks on the wall, on the structure. The pillars of this film start to quote-unquote collapse, and so it loses kind of the edge and the fun it had in the beginning and into the second act. And as the film goes on, the fun starts to dwindle, and then the film is over. So it just saves itself. But nevertheless, this film does have issues. This film does have every single issue you might expect from seeing the trailer. But what works in it for what it's trying to do, it really does work. I'm giving Unhinged a B-. Now, my beautiful geekies, what did you think of Unhinged? Let me know all about it in the comments below, because it's been out for a while. I'm probably the last person in the world to see it, so feel free to talk about it however you see fit. Thank you so much for watching. You are the best. The debut of my new podcast, Origin Story, coming on Sunday, October 25th, dropping at 9 a.m. PST. I hope to see you all there. And so until then, stay beautiful, stay geeky, and please do not forget to like, share, and subscribe, because it really helps me out and the channel as well. But most importantly, above everything else, forever and always, love each other and love the movies.